goes without saying that Nigeria's 36 states have taken a direct hit by the sustained fall in global oil prices. They've seen their revenue shrink drastically, with a significant reduction in their monthly allocations from the central government. Most are heavily in debt and owing several months of salaries. Rising from a recent meeting, the governors made it clear the situation was becoming unbearable.
All states, going by the reports that we have seen, could be regarded as technically bankrupt. We are faced with a situation where we either have to reduce costs through salary reduction or cut, or we downsize, which is to reduce the workers that we have.
We are not the problem, but we are the solution.
Labor unions in the country are vehemently opposed to both options. They are even demanding an upward review of the current minimum wage, which the governors say they cannot pay.
If attempt is meant to actually reduce, review, or do anything outside the legal minimum wage of 18,000, which cannot even take us home, we are going to resist. Nigerian workers will mobilize and resist any attempt to do that. Let them go and reduce the cost of governance.
Ironically, the unions have the backing of one of the governors, who himself used to be a labor union leader.
I believe that the issue in the economy has not to do with minimum wage. I don't think minimum wage is the issue. But I also always remind my colleagues that the minimum wage was not imposed. It was negotiated.
It's a tough time for Nigeria's state governors. Despite receiving bailouts from the central government about 3 months ago, their finances are still in the red. They could see their revenue depleted even further in the coming months if the price of oil fails to pick up in the global market. Without a robust monthly allocation from the central government, at least 25 of Nigeria's 36 states can hardly survive on their own internally generated revenue. Analysts say the situation now demands the governors get creative at generating their own revenue.
As long as you predicate your success, growth, and the taking care of your people on a natural endowment, you're going to get it wrong. We are in a season, or we are in the period where people need to think through and be creative. So the fundamental question probably you need to ask is, what if Nigeria didn't have oil at all? There are countries in Africa that don't have a drop of crude oil. They don't have a 1 cubic feet of gas. And I can tell you, some of these countries you go, they have the electricity. Their minimum wage is more than $100.
State governments in Nigeria have a bloated workforce, and it's quite an irony that that workforce is hardly able to generate the revenue it needs to pay itself. For now, the governors are maintaining that if the price of oil does not pick up, they would have no choice than to either cut the minimum wage or reduce the workforce. And with the position of labor unions on the issue, it appears we might be heading for a storm in the coming days. Deji Badmo, CCTV, Lagos, Nigeria.